So what's going on, guys? So today we're going to talk about the Nintendo Switch. That's right, the Nintendo Switch. So come on! So on Thursday, January 12th, Nintendo held a press conference in Japan to talk about the Nintendo Switch. They gave us the release date, they gave us the specs, they gave us the price, and they showed us a lot of video game footage. Now, the games look awesome. Okay, but I'm going to talk about just the specs and the accessories. First of all, Nintendo started off the conference with talking about the release date. It will be March 3rd worldwide, which is awesome, so that way everyone can play it. And then they went on to talk about the price. Like I said, it's $299.99 in America. It's 29,980 yen in Japan, and in Europe you have to ask your local retailer. And then they went on talking about what was their inspiration for the console. Now, Nintendo showed us all the different Nintendo, consoles that have come out over the years and what kind of set them apart from the previous model. So they showed us a photo of the Famicom, then it went to the Super Nintendo, then it went to the Game Boy, and then it went to the 64, and then it went to the GameCube, then the 3DS, and the Wii. And so it was pretty cool because they talked about the features of each one, how Famicom, NES, how, they had two controllers so you could play with somebody else, and then they went on to the Super Nintendo, which they talked about how it introduced us to the gamepad buttons, and then they went on to the Game Boy, talking about how, we could bring our games handheld, and then the 64, how it was the first system to have the rumble feature on it. And so what they did was, it's pretty cool because they incorporated all of it together into this one system. And it definitely shows. Like, when you look at this system, you can clearly tell that there's a little piece of Nintendo history in every little bit of it. And that's awesome. So let me go on to the Joy-Con controller. The one thing I disliked about it the most was that I feel like when you're gonna split the controllers up to hand to your second player and you're both playing it, I have somewhat big hands. I might not show it now, but I do kind of somewhat of big hands, and when it comes down to the controller itself, it's like I can see my hands kind of getting tired, like how, when you're playing a 3DS, for instance, like when you're playing it for hours and hours and then your hand starts, hurting a little bit, your fingers might be hurting. I see that will be the problem with this system. But on the other hand, it is pretty cool how they do click into the screen. They did show the HD rumble. Now that it's supposed to be, a lot better than the Wii. They even showed it shaking, to ice cubes and a glass, which was kind of weird. But I get what they were doing. They were, they were showing how more real it is. Now there is going to be a difference in graphics quality when it's undocked. The battery is the biggest downfall. So when it's undocked, depending on the game you are playing, it's going to range from anywhere from 2.5 hours to 6 hours. Obviously, when you play Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild or Skyrim, that's right, Skyrim, it was official, it is coming out, or Splatoon 2, obviously they're going to pull more from the console itself. They'll probably have, a battery pack, that you can plug in. I saw online that there was talks about them doing it. I guess a couple of third-party companies might be having those. Now, when it comes down to Nintendo official merchandise, they haven't released anything yet. And then we also got a glimpse of the interface. Now, let me tell you, this interface is sweet! Sweet! I mean, it just looks beautiful. It really does. Now, they still have the tiles, obviously. I think that's because that's a whole new thing now. Everyone's wanting to use tiles. But it looks clean. So some of the accessories that you can buy right off the bat. You can buy another set of Joy-Con controllers. They come, you can buy it in a set of 2, which will run you $80. Or you can buy a single left or right Joy-Con controller for $50. Now that's a good price, I feel. Like, these things are probably going to get lost. If you have children, they're probably going to get broken. These controllers seem very, very small. Now, I have not gotten my hands on it yet, but by the dimensions that they release and just seeing them, on live television and looking at how small they are in the palm of some of the gentlemen's hands, I personally would buy the double pack just to get it out of the way, so I already have a set on standby. And again, that's $80. So let's go down the line. So we have Joy-Con charging grips. They're going to cost $30. We have separate docks. Now the dock, if you buy another dock, it will come with an HDMI cable. It will come with an AC adapter. Sweet. But the downfall is it's $90. That's right. $90. But it's cool because you can put them in other rooms. If you have a house and you have multiple children who have their own rooms, you can always have one in this room, that room, plop it in, and start playing anywhere in the house, even at your friend's house. So, of course, for all the gamers who love just having a traditional controller, Nintendo is coming out with a Pro controller. Sweet. It's going to set you back $70. It somewhat looks like a Xbox One controller, a little bit thinner. It also has like some type of transparency top to it, which is a cool little feature. And pretty much that is really all of the official accessories that they have released. So there's going to be 2 bundles. Now, both will cost $300, just that's it. But in one bundle, you get the colored controllers. So you get the blue and the red controllers. And then on the other bundle, you just get the gray controllers. That's it. That's it. That's all there is to it. I'm going to put links below to all these stores for which you can pre-order if you choose so. I know for me, I'm probably not going to get it on launch day. I'm definitely going to wait a little bit longer, possibly for maybe a price drop or, better games to come out, such as Super Mario. But yeah, other than that, I think it's a solid system. I think it's definitely going to kick a lot of booty. Now, I want to know what you think. Are you going to buy it on launch day? If so, what games are you going to buy for it? I mean, what are you guys going to do? You guys are going to wait? Do you think Nintendo has kind of gone the wrong way? So let me know, comment below, like this video. Most importantly, just subscribe. Stay tuned. I mean, we're going to have unboxings. I know Loot Crate's coming, Nerd Block, Game Fuel. I'll definitely be doing unboxings of those. So just, give it a thumbs up, comment below, and, I'll catch you guys next time. Peace!